We begin our meditation by softly closing our eyes. By allowing our body to relax. By creating a little space just for this moment. As we draw our attention to our breath, it allows us to take our mind off our thoughts and to go inward. And so we are aware of the feeling of our breath. Just breathing naturally in and out. Take a deep breath and feel how it feels to expand your lungs fully. Be aware of the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. With your next few inhalations, breathe into your belly and allow your belly to expand and not just your chest. We spend a lot of time holding in our bellies. But when we breathe into our belly, it allows our diaphragm to go down even further, and therefore we fill up all of our lungs. As we breathe, we allow our muscles to relax, to let any spots of tension or tightness go. We are aware of our feet planted on the ground. We are grounded, rooted, connected, safe and secure. In this series of meditations focusing on mental well-being, we recognize that one of the things we often do is let our thoughts get control of us. We could be having a perfectly wonderful day, being in the midst of a restful sleep, and all of a sudden, boom, we are in the midst of whatever it is. Worry, stress, fear, things we have yet to do, conversations or relationships that we're anxious about. And even though we know we don't have to pay attention to those thoughts, they seem to consume us. And a lot like pain, which often comes upon us in a way that it's hard for us to get a handle on, so do our thoughts come. And all of a sudden we are in the midst of it and we're not sure how to stop that thinking. when we are stressed out or worried or anxious, we can very easily perseverate on something, whatever that thought is. And to perseverate means to allow that to just be our entire focus. And no matter how we try to distract ourselves, by getting up, by turning on the TV, by having a conversation with someone, by keeping ourselves busy, we just can't get that thought out of our mind. And how quickly we seem to spiral. That thought just takes on more and more things, as if it were a tornado, sort of sweeping up all that negative energy within us and all those worries on our minds. And so it becomes a deep dive into the worst case scenario. And before we know it, our bodies are consumed with that negative energy. And so for this meditation, we're going to learn a technique that reminds us that we have agency, meaning we are in charge of our thoughts. We might not be able to control the way they make us feel. We might not make them go away forever, but we can, for a few moments, carve out a space for stillness. And so, we begin with a mantra that is a reminder that we are in charge. And so I invite you to, in your own mind, to repeat these mantras that I share with you a few times over and allow them to infiltrate your mind and your spirit. Share them like an affirmation. Align them with your breath. I am in charge of my thoughts. My thoughts do not control me. My thoughts are just thoughts, not reality. if you're like me, as helpful as those mantras are, they don't always stop my thought spiral. And so I find it helpful to have an image to bring to my mind. And so I invite us to engage in this exercise that we would do as a meditation if we were in the midst of a thought spiral. Do just as we do in meditation. Find a quiet spot. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. Close your eyes and breathe. And as you breathe, imagine that you are on a bus, a city bus, and you're riding along. That bus is your thought spiral. It's taking you for a ride. And although initially it might seem fine, as though this were not a big deal and you still feel in control, eventually the ride might get a little bumpy and you feel like you would like to get off the bus. And so imagine that you're on that bus and you reach up and you pull that cord that dings the bell and alerts the driver that you would like to get off. Imagine the bell rings, the bus pulls to the side of the road, and you step off the bus. You might even watch that bus drive away without you on it. And once you are off the bus, remind yourself that you are strong. You are capable, and whatever it is, you will survive. So I invite you for the next couple of moments to just try that exercise of imagining you are on that bus, and to practice getting off the bus, watching it drive away, and affirming your strength and your safety. this is just one technique to deal with spiraling thoughts or that sense of being overwhelmed. And like any meditation practice, the more we practice, the more we are equipped to do it when we need it. It's as if we are wearing down the path so that we can find our way in those moments when we feel overwhelmed. In any moment in which we are feeling vulnerable or anxious or afraid or overwhelmed, we can always stop, remind ourselves that we are safe, and allow ourselves a moment or two of peace. And so in gratitude, we prepare to draw our meditation to a close by taking 3 deep breaths. And when you are ready, open your eyes